When using the topic of pop culture, it's important to understand the positive and negative influences of pop culture, and better yet, how to read pop culture. So, whether it's videos, music, any form of entertainment, it's important to understand what the purpose of the said entertainment and why it's being published, and for students to acknowledge the subliminal or the explicit messages that they're giving. And then once they understand how to read and analyze popular culture, it can be a helpful tool um, to battle and progress, using as a progression tool, and it can be used as a tool as with literacy as well. So if I'm talking about, again, a canonical text, or I'm talking about an academic journal or something within an English classroom, you can use it's important to use a popular culture, something that relates and is relevant to the students of today, to better understand the academic text that we're given and how it relates to them today. It's also, for example, if you're in a history class and you're going over, or if you're in a government class and you're going over like uh, Brown versus Board of Education, you can mention that it might not be important to remember this exact date and all these dates are coming up, but it's important to understand what went on during this court case, the tools that were used, what progressed because of this court case, and what is still going on today that hasn't really changed, and how can you change it looking back at this court case, and you can reflect it on court cases that are happening today. Within a literature classroom, you can talk about um, Lord of the Flies, or you can talk about, for example, Mice and Men that I already talked about, and you can talk about how relationships or how mental health or migrant workers, things that many issues are happening at the time when Steinbeck wrote that book, and how those have remained the same. Or you can bring up articles that highlight or contrast what happened within that title, within that book. And one of the key things too is what Ferry said, is to read the word and the world. So reading the word would be like the academic text that you're giving, and reading the world would be bringing in the popular culture of what's happening at this moment, not the moment where that was written, but using what's happening now to understand what has happened then and how you can and what will happen.